I'm Townsend Bell. I'm here at CXC to satisfy my curiosity. You know, when they made the NASCAR announcement about Garage 56 for 2023, I had to find out exactly what it might be like. So this is really close, I think. We've got the Le Mans track model in front of us. We've got a NASCAR next-gen car, a Toyota Camry, of course, because why not? If you could choose a Camry, you would. And a blank track in front of me. No traffic out there right now. It's just me and an opportunity in this next-gen car to answer a few questions that I'm really dying to find out. Number one, how fast are we going to go down the straightaways? Number two, how early do we have to brake for the chicanes? And number three, how much curb can we take? So those are my three primary questions heading into this. I haven't done any practice coming into today, so this is a bit cold turkey. We're going to grab first gear, 5-speed gearbox in the next-gen car, slip that clutch coming out of pit lane, and fire it off into the Dunlop chicane here. No clutch required on the upshifts or downshifts, I'm told, in the Cup car, but you do have to lift for each upshift, and you do have to blip for each downshift. So I'm going to choose first gear down here in the Dunlop chicane. Just try to get a feel for what the car reacts like to off the curbs. Short shifting here. I know I've got cold tires, grabbing third gear, rolling down the hill. Still on permanent circuit here at Le Mans, and we'll head to public roads here in a second. All right, up to third gear, brush of the brakes, really running taller gears here. You can tell already that it's a much heavier race car than what I've driven in the past. I did 3 Le Mans, always in a Ferrari, a 458, and then 2 in the 488. Up to 5th gear, revving it out. Waiting for those brake markers. They come pretty fast. They're always a little blurry, even in real life. On the brakes early, blip, blip, down to 2nd gear. I'm just gonna roll a little bit of this apex curb. Feels pretty normal. And again, with the next-gen car, it's not a solid rear axle anymore, so it does ride the curbs, I would imagine, a lot better than the old car would have at Le Mans, but of course, nobody ever ran that. Up to 4th. Up to 5th, and of course, that big burly NASCAR V8 does sound pretty glorious. A little hesitation there on when I should lift. Down to 2nd, gonna ride this curb, try to whoa it up, ride that 2nd curb, and got a little too hot there, a little late to throttle, but all good. 2nd, up to 3rd. So just in comparing this Cup car to the other cars that I've driven in sports car racing, a lot of the GT3 manufacturers I've driven for, I race for Lexus now, which is helpful because the Lexus is a front-engine V8 GT3 car that's probably the closest thing you can drive in GT3 to the next-gen Cup car, in my opinion. But the Cup car is, I don't know, roughly 600 pounds heavier, I think, something like that, and you really feel it just in terms of the inertia that you have to deal with coming into the brake zones and in any transitions. That's really the hardest part I'm finding right now, is in any of the chicane transitions with the amount of weight that you're managing left to right on roll, it just kind of always feels like a handful, and you're driving with your fingertips because there's almost no steering load coming back. It's very heavy in terms of power steering feel, which I think is quite realistic, but you just don't get any sensation of when that weight is going to bite you until it's too late and until it does. Already at 150 miles an hour. This car is way faster than a GT3 car on the straights. Okay, almost 180 here. Porsche curves coming in hot, 3rd gear, off that brake pedal, let the tires do the work. A little wide, turning in late here, eyes up. Eyes up, the grass meets you right there where the apex curve starts. Gonna stay right as long as possible. This is the hardest apex I find to hit on the track right there. Back on the power, don't want to get a time penalty for shortcutting the course. Even this little section right here is not easy flat. Top of the revs in 3rd gear, back down to 2nd, Ford chicane. Try to cheat it through there, take out that bollard. lot of curb here if I can, a little bit of the second, all the way out to the green paint, and we survived to at least take start finish for our first time lap. That wasn't easy, I can promise you that. Man, that is humbling. I can remember qualifying here at a 3:53, and after about an hour, I'm down to a 4:16. So I'm still a ways off a GT3 time, but I'm not sure how much faster I'm actually going to be able to go. So this will be, I think I can confidently say, the slowest car on track of the classes, but it'll achieve the lap time in potentially the most interesting way. Close to 200 miles an hour on the straight, but super slow corner speeds, whether it's low speed, medium speed, or high speed. Frankly, the minimum speeds in all those corners are going to be way down from the rest of the classes. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say the NASCAR drivers that drive this car might not be the most popular ones in the race with the fellow competitors, but with the fans, with the noise, and the way that this big cup car is going to be sliding around Le Mans, to me, it could be the most interesting one to watch. Big thanks to CXC for having me here at their incredible facility and their incredible simulators. That was a lot of fun. I'll see you next time.